frankly. You know, did you see the video from, oh boy, it was back in mid 90s, I think 93, 94, on the Today Show with, I think it was Brad Gumbel, I think it was Brad Gumbel, and Katie Couric, and they were talking about what is internet. And I know a lot of people scoff and laugh at them about it, and I mean, now sitting here in 2023, it's a little bit amusing to hear somebody questioning what is internet and really debating. You know, it was kind of funny they were debating the, what that little symbol was. Is it ad? Is it about? Um, and everything. It's just funny because now we sit here and it's like, what we do right now without the internet. Um, it's just kind of crazy. But if you think about it, back then, it was a new technology, new emerging, budding technology that early adopters were picking up and using. NBC was using it there to communicate, and allow communication, so that their viewers could actually write to them directly rather than going through old snail mail. Um, so again, they were willing to adapt and adopt it um, as it was coming out. And I'm sure you probably remember AOL and the old, the annoying noise that would come across your modem as you tried dialing in through the dial-in internet. How crazy that was. Um, but the internet's here and it's here to stay. If you were a business back in the '90s and you didn't adopt to it, um, you were being left behind. You weren't able to communicate as quickly and effectively with your customers and clients internally. And one of my first jobs out of college was, right at the end of the '90s, right beginning of 2000s, and they were just really getting on the cusp of using email, and um, it was funny seeing that little bit of the transition world where they would still type up memos so they could send the memos, and at the time they were still interofficing, you know interoffice memos, and for them it was a challenge of, oh, we can email this, and now things that used to be inboxed, or interofficed in the old manila folders where everybody wrote their name on it and crossed it off when they were done with it. It's all being done with quick emails or instant messages or whatever. It's just funny how that technology, evolves over time. I think I was talking in a video before about, one of the biggest challenges for a business is just evolving and making sure that you stay ahead of the times. Um, and really, AI is no different at this point. It's a powerful tool that if you don't adopt to it, your competitors are going to, and they're going to leave you behind. Um, I know before I've talked about Amazon and how they were able to capitalize with the internet. There's other companies that didn't. Talk about how Sears, basically the retail giant and the one-time, deliver to your home, mail order catalog king, um, scarcely even around any longer. They still have Craftsman Tool, I believe, unless they sold it. I'm not sure, but um, it just shows you that as a business, as an entrepreneur, you need to be willing to adapt and be willing to do those hard things, learn the new things to stay relevant. Um, think of Kodak and what happened with them. They definitely were a victim of um, not seeing the change, not seeing the writing on the wall, so to speak. Um, they were a film company. They made film. That's what they did, right? They made film. And apparently, from my understanding, I've heard the story before that somebody in their company developed the idea of, rather than putting this film into a camera, taking the pictures, taking it somewhere to get it developed, taking it down to the photo hut down at the corner by Kmart, which is no longer around anymore either, waiting a week to get it developed. Hey, we can do this electronically. I have a way of doing it if we just work the process out. They took it to, he took it to their developers and executives, and they laughed him out of the room, basically telling him that, you know, we are a film company. Why would we want to make something that doesn't use film, that doesn't make any sense? And what they failed to recognize was they weren't a film company. They were a company that captured people's memories. And however, the most effective way of doing that is what they should have been doing. They should have jumped at the idea of launching, digital equipment, digital film, which they didn't do, obviously. And now Kodak, still around, but relatively small. So, again, another one of those examples where, companies are afraid to step away from their comfort zone, afraid to step away from um, not even who they are, but what they do, right? Um, as an entrepreneur, don't be afraid of AI. Don't be afraid of, using ChatGPT to run an email campaign for you to give you some ideas to help you communicate with the customers better. Frankly, I've said before that there's times I'll get a message from a customer asking a question, and if it's not a technical question, a lot of what I do is just helping dads um, free their mind, free their mindset, and better themselves. Get out of their own ways. Free those limiting beliefs that hold them back and don't allow them to do what they want to do with their life, and be the best dad they possibly can be. Um, I'll be honest. There's some off the wall questions sometimes that I might get asked. I'll throw it in chat GPT and just, hey, what are, and I'm not talking like, these are questions like, hey, is there a way to do X, Y, or Z? Chat GPT. What are 5 of the best ways to, you know, like, for example, I wrote an ebook, and, same thing. What are some of the best ways to, maximize your time to be able to spend time with your children? And it spits out a list of ideas. Are all of them good ideas? No, not necessarily. It's artificial intelligence. It's not the human brain. But how many times are you sitting there and you just can't get the first idea of what you want to say? You have a concept maybe in your mind, but not quite sure how you want to get it onto email or into an ad campaign, or whatever. Maybe you're again looking to write a book, to advance your brand reputation. Um, you might know your industry inside and out, but getting that started, that's always the first hurdle, I think, for entrepreneurs and business owners. It's one of the things that really holds a lot of people back, is not knowing how to start. Now, I'm not saying again that, Chat GPT is going to be your end all solve all for this, but think of it as an administrative assistant. Think of it as an intern, frankly, that, um, you know, they can scour the internet, and they can do it really, really quick, by the way, and spit back a bunch of ideas at you. You can filter through them, read them, see what you think, pick out the ideas that you think are best, the ideas that you want to focus on, and take it from there. Like I said, it's a tool, but you need to use it. You need to take it out of your toolbox. Um, so don't be afraid of using AI. And if you are, you know, if you've seen my other videos, you're probably getting sick and tired of seeing me talking about this AI Creators Club. But it really is, will help you get over your fear of AI. The course creations they have out there, the community, the chats. Um, there's a lot of coaching calls, and they videotape and record them. I was watching one. You know, one of the students just had so much FaceTime there. He was able to just interact one on one directly. They're helping him log in through Midjourney and how to use it. It's just really, really, really cool. Really, what they've put together is really cool. It'll get you over that fear of using AI, and it'll help you to better understand what you can do with it. So don't be afraid to adopt new ideas. Don't be Kodak. You know, I'm coming to you right now saying this is the new digital film. Pick it up and use it. Don't put it on a shelf. Don't scoff. Don't laugh. Don't walk away from it. Join the club. $1, 30-day trial. Like seriously, it's a cup of, not even a, you can't even get a cup of coffee at McDonald's for $1 anymore. But anyway, check it out. If you got this in an email, you have my email address. Got it somewhere else, wherever you got it from, you know how to find me. Anyway, have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.